Hope we can do that without stabbing myself. Ah! Supposed to feed it through this first. If they come out, I'm in a world of poo. It's in and up. I'm bleeding! I'm bleeding! Ah! What are you doing, Steve? Schoolboy error straight away. Okay, today I am trying to repair a Husqvarna Hedge trimmer X-Series 123 HD65. Here it is. It's not been starting properly recently. I've not looked after it, in all fairness, so it's my own fault. I mean, this is even broken here. Look, there's a screws loose here. But it wasn't starting properly, and like an idiot, I just kept trying and trying and trying, and I snapped the pull cord. So today I'm going to show you how easy it is to replace the pull cord on this Husqvarna hedge trimmer. This is the cord. I've not bothered buying a new one because I think it's only snapped right at the very end, but I won't know until I take this off. So I've got my impact driver. I've already had this lid off, so I know the screws are loose, but I did use my impact driver just because it's quicker. It's a 3mm Allen key. So take these 4 screws. So take these 4 screws. Don't do that. That hurt. That stabbed me straight in the bloody finger, that. Right, so you take these 4 screws out. To remove this cap. Bloody hell, that hurt. Look at that. Stabbed me, then. Schoolboy error straight away. Right. Take this off, and there's actually in there a coiled spring, spring wire. It's called. This, you can see me not snapped off here because it's quite short. So that's where it's snapped. So all I've got to do now is undo this screw in the centre and take this whole assembly out. Hope we can do that without stabbing myself. This is just a posi drive or a Phillips. Looks like a Phillips, but posi drive will do. There is a washer on that, so just set that to the side. Now I'm going to be very careful taking this out because the last thing I want is this spring to come loose. So I don't want to touch any of that spring in there, because if that comes out, in fact there's 2 springs, one on either side. If they come out, I'm in a world of poo. So I'm going to just set that down to the side, and I'm going to trim the end of my rope off. Just got a pair of gardening scissors. Okay, so I've trimmed the end. So there's a little hole in the side there that this feeds through. So I'm going to feed that in. Just wet it a bit. Twisting it because it's a nylon rope, so it will come apart. Pull it through, and then I'm going to tie a relatively double or decent. Let's have a look at other one, see what that is. Yeah, that's just a single knot, that. So I'm just going to do the same, but get it as close to the end as I can. There's blood on my nylon. Alright, so I've got that really quite close to the end. And I'm going to pull that in. Just make sure that that sits in that recess there. So it's sat in nicely in that recess. I get that a tug, that ain't going anywhere. So I'm presuming that this winds this way. I don't actually know which way this winds, so schoolboy error, big schoolboy error. Look what I've done. I've fed this through here, but you're supposed to feed it through this first. Right, so I don't know whether I can get this nut undone. Yeah, I can. Oh, the life of Steve. Laurel and Hardy. Right, so feed your cable through that first, your draw cord, whatever you want to call it. See if I can get that back through as easy as I did last time. I'm twisting it actually to see if it'll... Yes, got it. Right, and same procedure, tie a knot close to the end as I can. Try and pull that a bit tight, pull that in there, press that down. It's actually better than the last one, to be honest. Get that pull, that ain't going anywhere. I'm presuming it's this way because it's sort... oh, I don't know. I won't know until I've put this in. Make sure you don't trap the string underneath the collar as you're putting it back in. Right, so that's up tight there, it's tight there. So I'm going to put this back in. Phillips or the posi drive. Now this was quite tight, so I've nipped that up quite well. Right, so it must be these things here that help. I'm not going to know. I'm not going to know this works until I've got it back in. There's like a little washer plate there, so just keep that on the all centers. Put that in there. Where's my screws? Try not to stab myself. I'm not going to go too hard with these because these were relatively loose. Right, the test now is if I pull this, will it... I did say... See, why is that? Right, have I got to tension the spring? I've got to tension that spring. So let's take this off and have another look. I think I've got to tension that spring as I'm fastening this lid back on. Right, let's whip this back off. So I've got to undo this screw again. So I think I have to tension this against the spring so that when I tighten this screw, it's holding it in. So I've done that, tighten this up as much as I can. This is trial and error because I've never done this before. So I'll give it another go. I'm only going to put 2 of the screws in this time, because if I have to take it back off. Yeah, so that's going back in all the way now. So I'm going to put the other screws in. Like I said, this video is a precursor to a servicing video because this thing's not starting. Like I say, I've not looked after it. I've probably had it, I bet I've had it 15 years. And it's never been serviced. But this video was showing you how to change the pull cord on a Husqvarna. Right, so that's it. I've changed it. I don't know why it's a bit loose, but So that's that changed or re-put in. You can buy the cord. I was looking at buying a cord, but it was about 14 quid just for a piece of nylon. And I thought, well, I've only lost that much off the end, so it's not going to make a difference in the pulling length. But obviously this is not starting anyway, so this was just a video to show you how to change your or reattach the pull cord. So if this video has helped you, I'm glad. Thank you very much for watching. This has been the Life of Steve Husqvarna hedge trimmer pull cord reattachment. Thank you very much for watching. Please consider subscribing, sharing and liking and commenting if this has helped you. Really, really appreciate it. Thanks very much.